If you are feeling exhausted, if you are feeling tired, if you are feeling like you're trying too hard, I want you to take a break, put it aside, and just connect to that oneness within you of just calm, feeling like you don't have to do anything anymore. Because the great secret is that all of these limiting beliefs, when we unravel them, you at the heart of what you are is abundance, light, love, all of the greatest things in the world. So if we can kind of unravel all this other stuff, all the good stuff will come by default. So you don't necessarily need to implement all of the good stuff. We just kind of need to unravel all of the limitations, all of the feelings of not being able to have something. Not necessarily implementing feelings of having something, because again, you're meant for all of the greatest things in life. So all we really need to do is unravel the part of you that says, that you're cursed, that you're destined to be alone, that you're destined to not have enough money. So if we can kind of turn off that chatter in your mind, we don't necessarily have to replace it with positivity because you are already that. So that's who you are. The rest is just the lie that you've sort of been conditioned to believe, that you were made for limitations, but that really wasn't true at all. Limitations are the error. So if you kind of unravel that away, then all you have is you at the most beautiful place, which is abundance, light, and love. So what makes you feel abundance, light, and love? That is what we're trying to connect to, because you at the heart of what you are is perfection, a miracle. You are the most beautiful substance in the world. So that's why you can simply just turn off all of that chatter, and you don't need to implement things in place of it. You can just allow yourself to connect with that beautiful still and that beautiful calm, and by default, you will manifest solutions. So what if I was effortlessly guided to my best life ever? What if all of my dreams were effortlessly coming true? What if me at my best was who I was always? What if I was always inspired to take proper action and to be led to the right people, the right opportunities, so that I could have the level of income and the love that I wanted and the harmony in all areas of my life? What if my health was vibrant and I got more and more beautiful with every single day? What if I loved myself unconditionally? What if the path to success was so easy? What if anything that was troubling me would suddenly dissipate? What if there was an answer to everything I needed resolved right now? What if those answers found me? What if the dreams that I hold in my heart could find me? What if I didn't even need to lift a finger? What if it just all came to me with ease and with just such a sense of flow? What if I could spend every single moment in gratitude because life was just so good? And it continued to surprise me, delight me. Miracles found me with every single moment. What if life was so brilliant and I shared the love that I have inside of me with the people around me, and I could be a bright light of inspiration for everyone? What if things just kept getting better with every day? More money, more success, more love, more inspiration, more giving back. What if things were just easy? And any challenges that arose, I learned the knowledge easily so that those circumstances could easily fade away. What if I could feel that expansion within me? That every single day was just getting better and better and better. What if I was meant for the good life? Even if things have always been hard for me, even if I've struggled before in the past, what if things just started getting better? Problems started resolving themselves. Problems that seemingly had no end in sight. Things that you would have never thought would have resolved themselves, and they just started getting better one by one. What if I could just exist in this gorgeous, beautiful knowing of life being this magical, lovely place where I could be my best self and shine? And I give so much thanks that the good life is for me, and that wonderful opportunities are finding me with every single given day. What if I could believe in the power of good What if I could allow myself to be inspired with every given day? What if I was compensated generously for all that I do and that money was just arriving to me in the most unexpected and brilliant of ways? What if I was surprised and delighted at every single given moment because the universe just continued to shower me with such blessings and I became such a magnet for good things and meeting new people that I would help to inspire and be their best selves too? What if I was in perfect alignment with everything good in this world and that I could be guided and directed effortlessly to helping the world be a better place and to gaining blessings myself and to allowing others to also reach their best selves, their miracles, and to be an inspiration for all? What if affirmations are so powerful? And I encourage you to create your own. I can even create some for you. You check out on my website. I do have an option where I will craft what if affirmations for you specifically for your needs. But you can really just make them up yourself. And I mean, if you think about it, like your mind automatically rattles off all of these fears in great detail. So why can't we rattle off what if affirmations about the things we actually want? Why are we not allowed to do that? Of course you're allowed to do that. So you can do this easily, effortlessly. Give yourself the chance to experiment with this. Just play around with it. You can pretty much say anything in the form of what if, because nothing feels out of reach, because you're just suggesting it as a hypothetical. And that's what is so beautiful about what if statements, is because it's just a mere suggestion. So your ego will not fight it. Like, you won't feel that chaos within you. I know whenever I used to say different kinds of affirmations, it would feel like I had to use all the strength in the world to try to convince myself that this was true. And if I just kept saying it, it just would be like this battle inside of me. Like I would have to gain all this strength to try to make it feel real when it just didn't feel real. But I never felt that way with what if affirmations. And I do like affirmations, don't get me wrong. They have a very good use. The thing is they're not the only technique that you should be doing. The biggest technique that brings about the greatest amount of change is mindfulness, is sort of understanding what is happening in your mind and heart, the things that you're saying to yourself, unraveling all of this. So when you practice mindfulness, you are sort of taking a really good look at what is happening inside of you. And when you do this, try not to be afraid. Try not to be like, oh, wow, I wasn't supposed to think that. I wasn't supposed to say that. I'm a bad person because I have these limiting beliefs or these negative thoughts, or why am I doing this? No, you're just recognizing it. Because the second you recognize these things, you make them less scary. You no longer give them power. Because if it's something that you're trying to avoid in your mind and you say, well, I can't think that, otherwise I will not manifest what I want, then it's like you're giving this idea so much power and you're trying to avoid thinking about it. And it sort of becomes this thing that you're supposed to avoid thinking of, and yet you end up thinking about it too much and then trying to keep yourself from thinking about it, and it doesn't really work. But if you can just take an honest look and be like, wow, I'm going to understand my thought process. I'm going to try to, take an honest look at what is going on inside of me in a very non-judgmental way. I'm just going to observe this. Then you can kind of take the scariness out of it, because you're no longer labeling it as bad. And then it's just kind of like this limiting belief that doesn't have to exist for you anymore. So it's not something you're trying to fight and get rid of or avoid. It's just an idea that you recognize really just doesn't serve you, and you take away its power when you recognize it. That's why practicing mindfulness is so powerful, so potent, so important, because you're just understanding what's going on and noticing it. And once you notice it, it's like, it's no longer a scary monster that you're trying to avoid, but rather it's just an idea that doesn't have to be true for you anymore. That's really all it is. Enroll in my free 10-day Manifesting Miracles course, studywithveronica.com, personal mentorship there as well. Subscribe for all the tips, tricks, and hacks you need to live your best life ever. And I'm wishing you all the miracles in the world. You deserve it.